5th interception thrown by Jake Rudock this season. So now Tommy Armstrong on first down, hands to Amir Abdullah, and he is right up the gut. Abdullah again, maybe. Amani Cross lowers his shoulders.
Davis blocked, you got a shot.
Cross again, and that time they couldn't block Trinka Passat.
The center, so you're going to watch right inside. Here's Trinka Passat who makes the play, and Davis up top. Davis is going to get pressure. See how they give ground to try to capture it so that they can gain ground with the running back.
That's Amir Abdullah in motion. A sprint out that way for Armstrong. Wide open is Abdullah, but Armstrong. Hand off to Abdullah to the 32. Armstrong keeps it this time and gets bottled up at the 30. Four-man rush on 3rd and 6. They get a free rusher that Armstrong avoids. We're still scoreless. Amir Abdullah finds a cutback lane.
I know mine will be.
2nd and 4, stretch play to Abdullah. Flag down.
Caught in a blitz, he could take it to the house.
They'll keep it on the ground with Abdullah, and he can't even make it back to the 9-yard line. Armstrong, well protected. That ball comes out high, and it's intercepted. John Loudermilk walks into the end.
Watch big number 71, Carl Davis. And they're going to bring, you see the coming off the edge, but Davis gets one-on-one. And if you're going to single him, chances are he's going to win. And Loudermilk with his instincts.
Good throw over the middle. First catch is you. Surviving at A&M. And how about the Bruins going after the Pac-12 South? Armstrong looks for a big play to Bell, and that might have been intercepted. Iowa shows us if they're bringing pressure, and they do. Armstrong steps up and is brought down. Incomplete, intended for Bell.
You're going to sit in the zone, but you want to give them the look that you may bring pressure.
Armstrong deals it down the sideline. Ethan Carter inside the 10. The tight end leaked out. Terrell Newby out there, a pair of tailbacks to either side of Armstrong on 1st and goal. Play action. It's open in the back of the end zone, and Armstrong's got a touchdown.
Keep it close and find a way.
And Quint, to your point, Gibbons Price on the bench, and it is Matt Finnan that will start the second half at right tackle as he ended the first half. On a keeper, face to face, Tommy Armstrong. Second down and long. Again in the backfield, nowhere to go for Tommy Armstrong, and there's Carl Davis.
A hand on you. Here he is, right here. See, the center went the other way, the guard went the other way. Carl Davis was left all alone.
High snap, pulled down by Armstrong. He throws one over the middle, and boy, it
Passat right here, Trinka Passat, and Davis right here, and it's going to go this way. And so you have to be able to pass that off, and it's a great pick by Carl Davis on Thurston. And he just takes him out and gets a 1-0. And then you can play to that way.
Nebraska starts empty. Armstrong finds Westerkamp. Maybe 3.
Because there's major leakage from the interior of this Nebraska line.
Well, now you're down to your 3rd string center. Armstrong, a quick hitter, and it's dropped. Nebraska went 3 and out there. That would have been disaster. Now they run the option. The late toss to Abdullah. 4-man rush on 2nd and 9. Armstrong, better protection, and a catch made about. They bring Quentin Alston down into the box, showing blitz. Armstrong over the middle. It's tipped, intended for Bell.
If he'd have thrown it underneath, he would have walked in.
Armstrong with a flag down to the 2-yard line. Stirrup is hurt.
It's right up top here. Zach Finnan. They're going to try to stretch this thing. See how they take the wide lateral step? And he gets into the linebacker on Bauer. And
down in goal, but all the way back to the 18. Abdullah back in the game. Under pressure is Armstrong. Shovels one out on the edge to Newby.
Pitch. Watch Carl Davis on the backside. Nobody touches him. He just runs through. Armstrong feels him. I'm not bringing pressure. I'm sitting back.
Iowa does bring pressure. Armstrong running away from the rush. He'll tuck it under and go out of bounds at the 10.
Come out of it and set up this field goal.
Drew Brown missed earlier from 49. This only from 27. And it's blocked again.
It's unbelievable.
Carl Davis. Armstrong rolls out. Will he run for it? Buying time. Instead, he'll look to the end zone. He's got a man, and it's a touchdown. Tariq Allen. Yards, number 2 in Big Ten history in all-purpose yards. Amir Abdullah. Armstrong with a fake. He's looking for Kenny Bell, the home run ball, and that was there. 5-man rush. Armstrong gets out of the pocket again. Unable to.
They've had pressure. They've had success bringing pressure on 3rd down.
Looks like they're coming again. Here comes a blitz.
Wide open.
Flag down. Kenny Bell comes back to help his quarterback.
When he sees the ball laying behind the line of scrimmage, doesn't understand the rule and doesn't advance it.
But a big punt return a moment ago. Play action for Tommy Armstrong. He wants to take a shot. Looking for Kenny Bell. He's got it in the back of the end zone.
When all defenders are around, this is as good as it gets. Ball in the air. Watch him go up and get it around everybody. That is great.
Abdullah on 1st down for a yard. Abdullah again. Tommy Armstrong, 4-man rush. Under pressure off his back foot, incomplete. Tried to check down the
rush, keeping both safeties deep.
Armstrong threw it before Bell came out of his.
But hey, there's the call. You got to play.
Big 1st down for the Huskers. 4-man rush. Armstrong avoids the rush. Throws it down the sideline. Intended for Bell, or still to get the field goal range with 2 timeouts. Here comes a blitz. Wide open over the middle. The catch is made by Sethan Carter, the tight end. Great job.
Bring anything else. You make him have to be ultra accurate.
Armstrong looking down the sideline. It's a jump ball, making the adjustment and the catch. Now Iowa will let the clock wind down. 2nd and 5. Amir Abdullah right up the middle. Just short, it looks like, the tailback on 3rd down and 1. He takes the handoff. The pile moves. Where do they spot the football?
Short.
That defensive line that the Hawkeyes have leaned on all season. That's their strength.
Here's the key. See, he had to get double. Carl Davis handled not 1, but 2. Beat the first
field goal. Nebraska gets their chance in overtime number 1. Armstrong, play action. Under pressure. And tries to get what he can. And it turns out to be
position. Then secondly, you've got to get the 6 points. And then you've got to read your team to see where you're at, just in terms of momentum. And that
Abdullah, little stop-start run. Boy, he did well just to 3rd down. And a long 5, close to 6. Blitz coming. Armstrong. Bullets went over the middle, and there's Kenny Bell inside.
That's really well done by Bell.
Play action. Armstrong on a rollout. Throws one to the pylon. It's bobbled, and it's